can take them from poor and needy, seated upon the ash heap of their own hopelessness, and the next time you get a glimpse of them, they are seated among princes. That's whatever else you call it, that's dramatic change. Do I have a witness here? That's a whole lot of progress. That's measurable and demonstrative shift. That is drastic adjustment. That's wonderful realignment. That is powerful repositioning. That God takes them from poor and needy, existing on the ash heap of life, down at the bottom, and blesses them to go from there to being seated among princes, blended in with royalty, and set in the place of endless provision. My brothers and my sisters, I encourage you tonight to look again at where God has planted and where God has placed you. Because I'm convinced that many of us are taking a poor and needy disposition and outlook, a poor and needy ash heap mentality and attitude into a place of divine deliverance, and it has us living defeated in delivered places, limited in places of abundance, scope, and vision. Am I talking to anybody in this place? And it's all because we sometimes don't discern the change that God really has effectuated in our lives, where we are acting out of a poverty, born out of a location described by the ash heap upon which God has found us. And it's hard for some people to mentally and spiritually graduate from an ash heap lifestyle where all you wanted was nothing because you expected nothing, and you lived with the disdain for the progress of life. And that produces haters who look at people making progress. And it causes people to want to be judgmental at people who are aggressive and passionate and energetic about moving from one place to another. It makes us sit back and say, why is so-and-so so in a hurry to get where they're going? Because life is short. And Satan is real. And God is good. And the kingdom has power. And God has promised life and life more abundantly. And you got to work while it's day, because night comes when no man can work. And the text is teaching us that a relationship with God comes with transition. Let the church say transition. Turn and look at your neighbor and say transition. Turn the person on the other side, say transition. I'm going to keep pressing it tonight because repetition is the father of pedagogy, and I'm going to keep repeating it because some of us want God to keep doing what God is always doing, and God says, I can't do that, but I want to move you into some new sphere, if you want to be charismatic tonight, into new dispensations, into new dimensions, into new places, into new experiences. He wants to introduce you to something new, and if you think you've been blessed, you ought to let God transition you so that you can understand that blessing keep on flowing over and over and over and over again. So, according to the text, you have to, one, learn to observe and to appreciate and to appropriate that all movement that God allows is a miracle. I know there's a whole lot of stuff because we have so rose-colored glasses these days that miracles have to be more demonstrative. We want headlights to start talking in the sky, to start cracking, and cancer to go into remission. But now, the reason many of us can't appreciate God's miracle working power is because you categorize miracles to the external demonstrative. But let me tell you something. Whenever God moves you, whatever is involved in that movement, it's a miracle. Because really, verses 7 and verse 8 preachers are a quote from Hannah's song back in 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 8, where it focuses on the Lord taking care of the needs of the poor, responding to the needs of the poor, watching, by moving them physically from outcast or ash heap to a position of prominence. Can I tell you very quickly that God grows us by inner transformation, the renewing of your mind. But God also grows us by outer transition. And both are God giving us the gift of movement. Both represent change, and both represent an opportunity to live past some things, beyond some things, in spite of some things, regardless of some things, in defiance of some things. And watch this, God will let you grow without having to accept movements.
Wow.
Which means you have to stop being scared of movement. You have to stop being scared of change. You got to stop being scared of readjustment and fear and novelty and the loss of your own personal control. And when God pushes something out of the sphere of your personal expertise, when He pushes you by the ash heap of your own comfort level, when you want to stay the same and stay in the same place and keep doing the same thing, God says, I've got you on an adventure. And because you are on an adventure, it necessitates that there are days, times, seasons, and experiences where it is my goal to transition you. And many accept God's gift to change, but not God's challenge to move. Which explains why, here's what we do. God, I'll change, but bring what you want to infuse the change to me. And God says, no. Here's what I want you to do. I got change for you. Come get it. So get up from where you are and move to where I am. And you want to say, we heard tonight, you want to say, like Blackaby, God, show me where you're working and let me join you there, because I don't want to ever be where you are not. Do I get any company in the building? I don't know why we Christians, I'm not trying to work tonight, I don't know why we Christians are afraid of novelty, movement, and the loss of comfort level and expertise. It's not like we don't have in the biblical record enough evidence that whenever God is making you walk by faith and not by sight, He is already where He's bidding you to come, and He's already laid out the track for you to get there safely. So that when Jesus shows up and says, let us go to the other side, some of us around here, Jesus, where we go? If I can't put it into the navigational system, I ain't going nowhere. What are we going to do when we get there? Who else going to be over there? And now we done missed around and missed the season of transition. Now you ain't got to ask you ain't got to ask no questions. When Jesus said, let us go to the other side, here's what once you get in the boat and start rolling. Now stop being scared. You got to stop being scared of movement so that you want the benefit of what change will bring, but not the travel that change requires. This is what has me upset. Now that we're about 1 year away from re-electing President Obama, it's has me upset. President Obama's attempt several weeks ago to raise the debt level created such a hard matter. Now this jobs plan has everybody in an uproar, and it's because, really, essentially, there's no other issue, Mr. Gentleman, over which they can campaign against him in the next election. I'll tell you what upsets some folks. What has upset them is that they can't find no secret girlfriend. They can't go to the house where he wants to say, I can't get there, or I want speaking, or I get some stuff naked. You know, because they can't find what is the traditional stereotype of an African-American man. I mean, he takes care of his family, loves his daughter, loves his wife, and even loves the dog. And then what really upsets us is when I can play hoops. So because they can't find anything else, they want to deal with the Comanche. And do you not understand tonight? Please, as the election is approaching us, please don't let the conversation around the stagnation of this country make you suspicious of the man in the White House. Because remember, he inherited this function.